Okay, so here we have the Additional Maths 2016, question 5. So the first thing to notice is that this is a written communication question. So you don't need to write lots, but you need to be organised in the way that you write things. Make sure any units that you write down are the correct units. Ideally, you want someone who hasn't seen what you've done to be able to look at your work and it be clear for them what you've done. So we have a cylindrical package made of the radius of 4 centimetres. So let me just draw myself a cylinder. So I've got one there that I can work with. So I've got a cylindrical package with a radius of 4. So this is 4. Then if you wanted to do it that way, it's 4. That way 4 centimetres. The net of the cylinder is drawn on thin rectangular card as shown in the sketch below. So this circle matches up with the top there, this circle matches with the bottom down there, and this rectangle matches with this around the side. So imagine a tin of beans. If you peel the label off, you get a rectangle. Now, what happens is that rectangle goes all the way around and then joins back up there. So actually, the width of this rectangle is the same as the circumference of the circle. Okay, so that's something that's quite important on this question, is that the width of that rectangle is the same as that circumference. It's got a height of 18 centimetres. That's there. It's drawn a thin rectangle shown below, a thin rectangular piece of card, right? 3 pieces to make the cylinder. The circular ends of the package touch the rectangular piece of the net and the edges of the thin card exactly. Calculate the area of the thin rectangular piece of card that is wasted in making this cylindrical package. So you are looking at the bit that gets cut off. So you're actually here looking for, you're trying to work out this bit, okay, all together. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. We're looking for the blue bit. So you must show all your working. So let's have a quick think about what we've got. If I got this rectangle here, and I'm going to take away that circle, I'm left with the 2 bits that I want to work out. And I've got that twice. Okay, so once I've worked out the area for one of them, I can double it. I've got the area for 2. So let's focus on this little diagram. Let's try and put that in there. Okay, so we got that diagram. So we're looking at this little section. So what we know is that the radius of this circle is 4. Okay, so we know that this, from here to here, is 4 centimetres. That means I can work out the height of this circle. So that height is 2 times the radius, which is 8 centimetres. Okay, the width coming along here, as we said, matches up with the circumference. Okay, so the circumference is going to be pi times by the diameter. So the diameter is 2 lots of 4, so pi times 8. So you get 8 pi centimetres. Okay, so those are your 2 widths. So let's work out the area of the rectangle above. Is going to be base times height, which is 8 pi multiplied by 8. So you get 64 pi, and its area, so area square, centimetre squared. Then that will give me all of this area, so everything. But I don't want that circle, so I need to get rid of that circle. So the area of the circle is pi r squared, which is pi times by 4 squared. So I get 16 pi area square area. Okay, so 16 pi centimetre squared. So I'm running out of room a little bit here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to shrink this down a little bit to give myself a little bit more room. I can move that up then. Okay. So we're looking for this shaded area. So if I shade that area in, and over this side, so the shaded area is going to be 64 pi minus 16 pi, which is 48 pi centimetres squared. Okay, so that is the bit of the card that is wasted here. Now, we have that happening twice. Yeah, because we've got it in the top, the small rectangle, and the bottom, small rectangle. So we have the total, how we say, an area wasted. So area of card wasted is going to be 2 lots of 48 pi centimetre squared, which is 96 pi centimetre squared. Okay, and that is the total that has been wasted. So you don't actually need this at all. That whole thing here is just a red herring, really. All you needed was this width. So you should have 96 pi centimetre squared.